Hey, so we're from BeerDietProject.com, and today I want to talk about protein. And I want to compare protein in the brewing process, compared to our diet. So, you see behind my kettle here, and you got a little thermometer there where, basically shows when you do your protein rest, saccharification rest, and whatnot, and like a little green juice there and beer going on. But anyways, I'll do another video explaining, what's in all of that kind of thing. But for protein, protein rest. One of the things that I kind of know from brewing beer is that protein needs to be broken down into amino acids. So protein is considered like a chain, and the amino acids would be like the individual links. So when we do protein rest, that's what we're doing. We're breaking down protein into smaller sizes. Now, how do we compare that in our diet and basically in our body? Well, one of the things that I've learned, when it comes to a protein, is that our bodies are not really designed to absorb protein. Our bodies are designed to break down the proteins and build its own proteins, right? So what happens is when our bodies can't break down protein, then our body's going to look at it, and if it doesn't recognize it, then it's going to look at it as an intruder, and it's going to attack the protein. And that's kind of what an allergic reaction is, really. And so the way that it works is, from what I've read, because I'm not a scientist, I'm not a nutritionist, I'm just a home brewer. So anyways, when the body builds its own proteins, what it does is that it registers that protein in the DNA, and that's what the DNA is supposed to be, kind of like a signature registration of all the proteins built by the body. And so if there's a protein in you that's not registered there, then the body, that's how it knows that it's, whether it's a part of you or if it's not, and if it's not, then it's going to try to get it out of the body. Either break it down or get it out of the body. If it can't do either, then it's going to attack. And that's what an allergic reaction is, and it's going to protect itself from that protein by building mucus around that protein. Now, when you think about that, allergy season comes over, and what happens? You get stuffy nose, so that's mucus, right? Or you get some people that have, digestive problems that, like they get allergic reactions to like gluten, for example. So they get all kinds of, weird stuff going on in their digestive system. Well, what happens with that is, again, the body's going to build mucus around that. And so, if you ask some of these, if they're willing to admit it, they'll poop out mucus, basically. So, it starts to explain why you get a lot of mucus in the body, why you get inflamed. And so that's basically how, I've been thinking about protein. And now there's a lot of ways that, this information can be useful. But, I want to just put this out there and give you like a little tip, because I was having problem digesting protein. So if you're anything like me, if you eat meat or something and you can't seem to break that down easily, one of the things that I started doing was giving my body a lot more protein enzymes. And so the way that I did that was by eating more pineapple, papaya, and orange. And I actually have a little recipe, I guess, where I blend, papaya, pineapple, and orange, and I drink that as a smoothie, especially when I'm, eating a lot of protein. That helps my body break down protein and, turn into amino acids, and then the body can actually build its own proteins from those amino acids. And this is actually something that I would recommend to, especially bodybuilders who are taking a lot of, like, whey protein or eat a lot of meat, like steaks or whatnot. There's a whole debate whether you should take 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight and whatnot. And I think that you don't need to increase your protein intake. I think you need to increase the amount of protein that the body is able to absorb, or I wouldn't say absorb, but break down and uptake. So, they call this the whole nitrogen, positive nitrogen retention and, whatnot. So anyways, that is the show for today. So I hope that this helps you out. And, let me know, what do you think? Does the body absorb proteins? Does it not? Does it break it down into amino acids and build its own protein? Let me know what you think about that. And I hope to see you in the next video.